Welcome to Vinsud YouTube podcast. Today we are going to read the Hindu newspaper on February 7th, 2023, Tuesday. Morning news. Let's start with the headline. Supreme Court to hear plea to annul lawyer's elevation as judge. The Collegium came to know of the developments concerning Victoria Gowri late, only after recommending her for appointment to the Madras High Court, says CJI Chandrachud by Krishnadas Rajagopal. Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, on Monday said in open court that the Supreme Court Collegium was not in the know about certain developments concerning advocate Victoria Gowri when it recommended her for appointment as a judge of Madras High Court on January 17th. The court listed for urgent hearing on Tuesday a petition filed by a group of lawyers accusing her of hate speech against minorities. A bench of Justices Sanjeev Khanna and M.M. Sundresh will hear the petition. However, the High Court has scheduled her swearing in at 10:35 a.m. The CJI statement and the urgent listing came shortly after Law Minister Kiren Rijiju tweeted a list of 13 names, including of M.S. Gowri, who have been cleared for appointment as judges in the high courts. The CJI first listed the lawyer's petition for Friday. Then, senior advocate Raju Ramachandran and advocate Sanchita Ain, representing the group, rushed to the courtroom of the Chief Justice at 1:20 p.m., seeking an opportunity to mention the case again. Owing to an extraordinary emergency, the Chief Justice agreed to hear him at 2 p.m. after the lunch break. When the bench reassembled, Mr. Ramachandran apprised it of what had happened. He had spoken to Attorney General R. Venkataramani and supplied him with a copy of the petition. Mr. Ramachandran, we have seen your petition since you had mentioned it. In the morning, we had an occasion to read it. There are certain developments which have taken place in the sense that the Collegium has taken cognizance of what is drawn or came to our notice after we formulated our recommendation on the basis of the proposal of the Chief Justice of the High Court. Now, since we have taken cognizance of these developments, what we can do is list this matter tomorrow morning. I will constitute a bench and let this case go before the appropriate bench, the CJI said after a brief discussion with Justices P.S. Narasimha and J.B. Pardawala on the bench. Moving on to the next topic. Over 2,600 killed as Turkey, Syria reel under earthquakes. A major earthquake struck Turkey and Syria on Monday, killing more than 2,600 people and flattening thousands of buildings. As rescuers dug with bare hands for survivors, dozens of nations have pledged aid since the 7.8 magnitude quake, which hit as people were still sleeping and amid freezing weather that has hampered emergency efforts. Multi-story apartment buildings full of residents were among the 3,400 structures reduced to rubble in Turkey, while Syria announced dozens of collapses as well as damage to archaeological sites in the initial quake was followed by dozens of aftershocks. Moving on to the next topic. UP scraps tender with lowest bid by Adani firm. In a jolt to the Adani Group, the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh has scrapped a contract worth 5,400 rupees crore for the supply of 7.5 million smart meters to state power utility Madhyanchal Vidyut Vitaran Nigam Limited. In a notification dated February 4th, MVVNL said the tender has been cancelled due to unavoidable. Moving on to the next topic. In brief, MCD House fails. New Delhi. The Municipal Corporation of Delhi House on Monday failed to elect the city's next mayor as protests broke out and the proceedings were derailed for the third time in the last 1 month. To elect mayor for the third time. Reasons. No further statement has been made by the state authorities on the scrapping of the tender. It's a mystery who took the call and what prompted it, a source said. This comes just ahead of the Mega Investment Summit the UP government is organizing from February 10-12 in Lucknow.